If you are a man dealing with feelings of isolation, frustration and anger, loneliness, I want to let you know that there is a category, a sort of world of tools that might have a lot of solutions for you that you may never have been exposed to. And they are free to explore. They can be done alone. You can try them on yourself. That's sort of the point of many of these. They're not often talked about. And these, you could say, figuratively saved my life. So important for me to get exposed to this stuff. And so, what I mean by emotional world and working with your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, there's this category of it, is we, especially as men, are not ever presented ideas such as, okay, if you're feeling lonely and isolated, that feeling of loneliness and isolation can be explored, can be felt into, it can be examined in such a way that you can begin to kind of take it apart, feel it, explore where that's coming from, and that can actually bring a lot of resolution. What we're usually taught is in terms of, okay, if I'm feeling lonely and isolated, I need to get my act together. I need to become more confident. I need to become alpha or whatever nonsense, and then get more dates and all of this stuff. And that's the only solution. The only solution is exterior. Even a lot of the inner game stuff you find is basically, here are the inner game things you can do so that you can feel more confident, so that you can go talk to someone on the street and change who you are so that you can get these external results. That's still very different than, what is this anger? Can I work with that anger directly while I'm sitting in the same apartment, in the same room, without changing anything external in my life? The answer is yes. You can at least try it. Right? So I'll just start listing some of the ones that were really, really helpful and influential for me. Right? Sedona method release technique. Look up a guy named Lester Levinson and his pretty amazing story of being basically sentenced to die from his heart attack and having to sit and contemplate and discover how to work through his emotions and fear and the incredible results that came. Right? EFT tapping is something I do a lot of on my channel. It lends itself well to videos, but it's something you can use alone to work through and process your feelings. The option method, I have an interview with my friend Oogie, who we as young men were discovering these different tools and ways of working with what's going on inside of us, our frustrations, our anger, our inability, well, not to put words in his mouth, but for me, inability to talk to women and being shy and isolated and just needing something to change. When we would get together and discover, wow, there's things we can work on. We worked on this stuff together. We went through these processes together, which also helped with the feelings of sort of isolation and frustration. So yeah, that's the option method. Byron Katie's The Work. There's a guy named Angelo DeLulo. His channel is Simply Always Awake. That's if you're interested in kind of more of a spiritual side. He really talks about spiritual awakening, which you can listen to an interview with him I'll link to about what that is. That may have no interest to you, but you still might find a lot of value in the way he talks about emotional work and how he came to the resolution, you could say, of his own intense suffering as a young man. So a lot of good things you can explore. You've probably noticed that as a man, it's often a lose-lose situation to try to talk about your feelings or what you're going through internally. We're encouraged to do it, but often when you say, okay, I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling angry, the best case scenario is that you'll often get bad advice. That's when things really are well intended. Someone will be like, oh, check this out. It's some, confidence course or whatever. Not that all that stuff is bad, but it's usually just telling you to be confident with no practical tools. Or you're shut down. You're shut down in some way of like, get over it. You're a man. What do you have to complain about? Or there's just no practical solution because people just don't have them. Right? So it's just sort of this circular conversation that doesn't go anywhere. Especially avoid, in my personal opinion, the social discussion about the whole thing, right? Like the problem with men loneliness, and those videos. I mean, you can watch them if you want, but you're typically going to find any solutions for you as an individual human. Okay, what do I do with my own suffering? Right? Unless you're interested in sort of a socio-political conversation about the whole thing. It's not going to do much for your own suffering. And it can actually take you down some dark rabbit holes, and then, the one side hates the other side, and all of that nonsense is not good for you if you're looking for actual solutions to your individual feelings of isolation, anger, loneliness. So I know that you are out there, and I am quite surprised and quite pleasantly surprised to find that you are watching this channel, because I could see in the analytics, because I am often either literally the only man in the room, or percentage-wise I might as well be, whether that's in the physical room or the Zoom room for workshops and things with a lot of the techniques that I use and that have helped me the most. So check them out. Ask me any questions. Leave them in the comments. Happy to explore further with you. And yeah, looking forward to connecting with more of you. All right. Talk to you soon.